Scarlet Nation signing day extravaganza here. We are running down all of the recruits in the class of 2015. Next, we're going to go to Blessuan Austin. Came to Rutgers, kind of an unknown, Sean. 6'2", 195, great size for a corner. You don't find that every day. It doesn't grow on trees. A guy to move like he does at his size, it doesn't come along every day. What do you see from him, and talk a little bit about his story?
I mean, first, you look at the size like you mentioned, 6'2", 195. A lot of these colleges now, to match up with these big receivers, you want guys with length. So Blessuan has that. He also has speed. He has a reported 4.38 40-yard dash, which is unheard of at that size. So colleges see that, you're like, wow, you start salivating at the mouth when you see that with that size. And he played at Campus Magnet in Queens originally, but he's a Brooklyn guy, so he has some ties to his fellow early enrollee Deontay Roberts, but then he had Milford Academy for a semester to make sure he qualified academically. But Rutgers definitely recruits New York City hard. They were aware of him, before these other bigger schools tried to get involved, and they were able to cement that commitment when the time came in the fall.
Now, he is a kid who really was lightly recruited. What is the reason for that? You turn on the film and you say, wow, this kid's a big corner who can run, very fluid. Why was he so lightly recruited?
I mean, he's another kid. If he played over the river, whether the GMC conference or the Big North, he's a 20-offer type of kid, just strictly off his athleticism alone. But when you talk about New York City, there's a handful of programs that get recruited. It's about Erasmus Hall, Deontay Roberts, Poly Prep. But no one really goes to Queens, to see a campus magnet. And he had the smaller regional schools on, like a Syracuse and a UConn. But Rutgers once again recruits it so heavily. They knew of the kid when he didn't make it academically. They followed him to Milford. And when you talk about the prep school, things go a little slower up there. So Rutgers was able really to confirm that commitment before some other bigger schools got involved.
And with that size, speed, athleticism, he might be able to play early. Cornerback's a position that it really hasn't been solidified at Rutgers for quite some time, the last few years. So I think there's a chance for him to go in and play early. Do you see that happening?
I mean, definitely, especially with the athleticism to bring him in mid-year, and like you said, the cornerback position is kind of in flux. The guys that played as freshmen last year, like Barnwell and Chaffee, definitely improved this year. But you have a guy like Austin's coming in. He has athleticism, and he's a little bit mature. He's a prep guy, so he's going to get every chance, I think, in the spring to get on the field next year.
And getting in the spring really helps him, and we'll be interested to see what he does. Blessuan Austin, another Scarlet Nation signing day member of the class of 2015.